Scientists in China are trying to determine if a new virus strain is responsible for a pneumonia outbreak in the city of Wuhan.
The World Health Organization has officially called it COVID-19.
COVID-19, the Great Reset. A familiar phrase heard by many, but only few are aware that this reset has already long begun to make permanent changes. Thailand has been affected tremendously. With our nature that relies mainly on foreign countries, Thai economy has predicted to contract more than 7.3%, which has been recorded as the lowest growth in 22-year span. Since January 2020, when COVID has struck Thailand, the government's lockdown policy became the talk of the town. Nearly everyone has to work or study from home. Entertainment spots and service places need to be temporarily closed, causing on-site store sales to decrease significantly. With these abrupt changes, businesses try to embrace the impacts and respond fast in order to maintain the survival of their own companies. Some have to go to such drastic measures, such as laying off workers to reduce costs. The next step is assuring business continuity and seeking for opportunities during the new normal. And lastly, business will need to become resilient in order to deal with the next normal, many uncertainties that are going to come their way. The important question is, why some businesses are able to handle this crisis and use these uncertainties as a base to grow upon. Firstly, we will need to understand the business continuity stage.
New normal has evoked changes in multiple levels. Consumers value safety and demand trust from products or services. They also rely on the virtual world for their basic needs. The workforce is limited to work from home while also maintaining both their well-being and work productivity. It is no doubt that COVID-19 is the catalyzing change in digital technology, which every single business looks for and integrates into the system. With changes in behaviors of both internal and external stakeholders, the three main aspects businesses need to focus on in this stage are: firstly, reshaping customer experience. Businesses need to listen intently to their customer needs and understand the new values. Using digital tools to shape new customer experiences is the most momentous way to reach new customer behaviors and ensure ongoing brand loyalty. Secondly, redesigning organization infrastructure. Rethinking work, workforces, and workplaces will involve a shift in perspective of health and productivity. Companies have to implement essential practice to rebalance each individual divergent expectation. Organization needs to provide a clear direction on changes in work priorities and work routines, and redesign infrastructure of technology as well as critical knowledge resources and digital access. Lastly, recovery of the value chain. With the situation of global supply chain shock, we can see how the interlinking of supply chains make our operation vulnerable. Traditional linear supply chains needs to be transformed to digital supply networks that can improve end-to-end visibility and collaboration. But supply and demand side needs to be linked together in a network with digital as its core to maximize agility.
Although there are predicted key trends that are likely to happen in the business world, preparing for those trends won't be enough. In this fast-paced world, where anything can happen at any given moment, the only certainty we know is uncertainty. For the next normal, being resilient is the answer. It is the way of being when one is transformed, having built the attitudes, beliefs, agility, and structures into its DNA, so that we'll be able to face any incremental changes and sudden disruptions as first steps into it.
Reassess. This is prime time for businesses to fix any leaks or faulty places, whether it's about physical security, linear supply chain, cybersecurity, finance, or crisis management. By tackling these problems, companies can be sure that they now have a strong, solid foundation to build upon.
Prepared. To be prepared, effective management in the business world predicates on strategy and preparation. Companies need to build protocols, plan for all eventualities, and assess risks and opportunities based on potential scenario and the competitive landscape. Adaptable. Longer-term adaptability considers what may be necessary to deal with future disruptions. It could be reskilling people to make versatile employees, or diversifying operations including their revenue streams, cash flow, and supply chains to hedge their bets. Or it could be embedding advanced technologies into their core strategies to become more agile. Trustworthy. Trust has become one of the most important criteria that all stakeholders
stakeholders value. Companies must build trust among their stakeholders by improving communication, transparency, and accountability, and leading with empathy while also being ethical.
Even when companies have followed both stages, it does not guarantee that companies will be fallible and invincible. Businesses will still need to be on alert, keep up with situations, and reassess their positions to change policies and systems accordingly in order to have a bright and sustainable path ahead.